Last Thursday and Friday, as a matter of fact, the whole of last week, the Church of Pentecost had a conclave meeting at the Pentecost Convention Center. They were to acknowledge and appreciate the people that have worked in the church for years, and also to renew their commitment and their vow unto Almighty God and to the service which they are pursuing. Church of Pentecost have not less than over 26,000 churches. 26,000. I don't think there is any church, possibly, in their local assemblies, they have crossed, when they meet in community, they have crossed over 300,000. On that week, in this past week, they retired most of their past apostles, including Apostle Ntumy, the former chairman of the Church of Pentecost. As a matter of fact, he is the 4th chairman of the Church of Pentecost. In a wheelchair, still serving in a wheelchair. He retired after serving the church for 39, almost 14 years. Are you clapping? They retired close to almost about 40 apostles, and those apostles, the least that served the church was 25 years. The most was over 40 years, and they have served the Lord. Then Chairman Yamiche was re-elected, but whilst before the election, he was bringing a word of appreciation, because those are the people that the Bible talked about in Hebrews chapter number 13 and verse number 7. He said, remember them which have ruled over you, who have spoken the word of the Lord to you, whose faith follow considering the end of their conversation. I want to read this in a different version than in my language. The Bible said, remember your former leaders who spoke God's message to you. Think back on how they lived. Think back on how they lived. When I watched that conclave at the Church of Pentecost, I said, His Excellency, my President, Nana Akufo-Addo, must march all his ministers into a conference like that. Go and learn. Go and learn. Wives must sit in a meeting like that. Show my brother, put it in my language, let me read them down. You know, he said, Mon kind penny for what can we go pass and children? Mon show my brother where we see a wound GP. Show my brother where we share a bravo. And now, software Casa said, you know, won't tell you make an enemy. No, Shena Bravo, Shena Yelena Wadi and Emma, Shena Bravo. Messia Nijidie, Shena Bravo. Ghana penny for the Lord send a meeting my home. I want to ask. Dodo was saying, na meeting me at home, say, Papa, dear, but they move for. Shena Bravo. As looking at an argument that people were making the other day, they were debating that this Asume say possibly is a man of God. This one is, you know, he was not a preacher, but he was like a servant or a messenger. Messenger is I'm telling you, you have a very nasty life. I do not want to follow. He said, look at them, look at their life, their character, and emulate them. Learn from them. Learn from their example. This is the essence of Christianity. Learn from them. Somebody has served the Lord for 40 years. I saw a young man, 20-something years boy, criticizing the Catholic Church plus the Church of Pentecost. I said, you better shut your mouth. Somebody have built 26,000 buildings. You can open your mouth and criticize them. You don't even have a single room where you sleep. You better stop your nonsense. You think that ministry is quoting scriptures? And that's stupidity. Because Louis Farrakhan can even quote scriptures. You feel minima comfort quote to Bible. You feel like preaching is just quoting scriptures, and people are excited according in Bible. Stop your nonsense. Stop your nonsense. Shana brabwa ya. Nesia baby. Judge me. You think that, do you know what it means to pastor a church? Only one church. Do you know what it means to pastor you that are sitting here? That for somebody to be pastoring over 300,000 churches. Do you know what it means? All the nonsensical voices that rose up against Bishop Dag Heward-Mills. Do you know what it means to start one church? Buy one plot of land and build a church building, buy instruments and preach unto people. Do you know where we are coming from this morning? Do you know, what it takes for somebody to bad dress up, put your children in a car and drive to this place? If God does not touch your heart, you will never come here. Because you can quote scriptures. You think that is ministry? Let me give you the next 20 years and see whether that zeal will still be alive. With time will tell me. Time will tell. Time will tell. Put your pride aside. But someone shaman penny for. Nam go go see you. Judge me. Time on penny for our Kenya me some children. Even in the police service, there is seniority. Corporals, lines corporals, sergeants, inspector, chief inspector, ASP, whatever. It goes up to the top. In everything, there is seniority. Meet people who have been in other. Yes, sir, Papa. Yes, sir, Papa. Yeah. Show my bravo. Shana bravo. How the Church of Pentecost can be in a country like Ghana, but they are in the Philippines. They are in Kakayandi Oro in the Philippines. They have built churches all over the place. They are in countries like China, Russia, Chechnya, Ukraine. They are even in war. They are still operating. Serious. Dr. Niso said, of the Victory Bible Church, Bishop Taki Aboy's son, who is also a pastor, was telling us a story the other day, because he studied as a medical doctor outside. When he went outside for his medical education, he was attending Church of Pentecost. Your children, my pastor's sons are also doctors who studied in Ukraine, and they were also attending the Church of Pentecost. Now we be Tiano can say Church of Pentecost. How many Ghana are free president in Kroma Abesibuda what this way. A Musain to be Kura to be the short time of Pentecost by to be a Totonium, Roman Catholic and NASA, ICGC and NASA, Solid Rock and NASA, Royal House and NASA, Action and NASA, charismatic evangelism. I met Pastor Isaiah Ufosukwache's father, Bishop Ufosukwache Senior, and his wife. When I met them, I saw glory on people. Glory on people. This generation don't respect anything. Say, this is why you are dying like chickens. Chickens. Emushe. I was having sudden, seriously, my heart breaks, and it really brings me, when I saw the hatred and the banter going on in political parties in Ghana. and I saw, the reports they are debating concerning Galamsey. Professor Frimpong Boateng has written something, and the other ministers are saying, don't call me a small boy. Gray hair is an authority signal. If your father rebukes you, take it in good faith. Take it in good faith. There were people before you. Take it in good faith. Despite your nonsensical politics, you can say your madness in your room. Don't come out and also come and flex your muscles. Engineer Tini Petrumubi, engineer show Nipa no Edian. Nipa, me shama hantana am hutimiam. Manga see for minute. Show my brother. Don't you think that some of these people should be given opportunity to lead? And this will be a discover Church of Pentecost. You discover DC UNT. You discover MC UNT. When they were retiring these apostles, they never said, this apostle, we took him here, but he went to mess up. So no, there was nothing like that. Apostles, they are retiring them. These are real generals, gallant soldiers. They have a reward in heaven and on earth. See one. Every year, we're better than and what time now? Go see you. Sit down, learn. There are people, old people, and yet the Papa Penny with gray hair. Reverend Metal is his name. He walked in here one day and looked at me. He said, son, I have never met him before. He said, son, when I hear people like you, we have hope that the work that we have done has continuity. I don't know him. First time. And yes, you are no Kasana. Why are you calling me son? I am bishop. Then stop your nonsense. Show my brother. We say we don't know a cock and tamanto koto. Castle choir frata. Now the chibutu is here as you bishop. Rajana talking baby. I mean, uno there. Bishop, Archbishop, find a good thing. Bishop, where are you free? What are your works? Stop boasting of your tools and start boasting of your work. Let your work speak. Because you have a bomb. May you suffer from Kamekwa Bas. Can you congratulate me? Tell me by heart. Never. As I close. Yeah, titin ba mo titin mo branche na ye hu e ba mo so o pa so di free branche kan kan mo ha matunyi nsangu na so twen wo ho. Tell them catch it all. You be at to them crew we time you do praises I have joy. We need joy. Who bore na wo akome piania. You don't have joy. The people who have joy, they also have love. The people who have love, they also have kindness. The people who have kindness, they also have patience. The people who have patience, they also have gentleness. The people who have gentleness, they also have long suffering and self-control. They have that. Am I preaching to a church? Somebody scream. You can't sleep with your own husband. I have joy. You don't have joy. Robert trust. You don't have joy. Who are you, Bonnie? Yeah. Last night we watched the documentary, and the documentary was about a husband, whose wife was denying him sex. This guy went out and messed his family, took girls, and destroyed a beautiful life. For your own husband. You can call your own husband, hi babe, hi dear, hi sweet. Your best cutleries are meant for visitors. You are interested. You are very interested. Who is the visitor in particular coming to your house? Your husband don't deserve the best glasses, the best napkins, the best plates. You serve your husband water with a plastic cup, and when visitors come from America, you serve them with glasses. We shot it. 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 Don't let your husband ask, who are we expecting today? Let your husband come to a home full of love and acceptance. Then your tongue speaking and your prayer and fasting will be meaningful. Then that is what is godliness. That is what it is. And portraying ourselves as if we are Christians, but we are not. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. This is why we are very interesting. As I close, you can clap your hands. One more grab. One more grab. Hebrews 13:7 should be one of your very favorite scriptures. Remember them that have rule over you, who have spoken the word of God to you. He said, follow their faith, considering the end of their life. Turn into a different, NLT, possibly I will appreciate. He said, think of all the good that has come from their lives and follow their example. Follow their example. Christiana Dotete has been in the ministry for 46 years. Follow her example. Look at her life and follow her example. Shena Bravo. No! I'm asking the young lady sitting here, how many young men are funding your bills, footing your bills? I want to ask. Somebody gave you money and you are bringing it as your tithe this morning. And the person, somebody's husband and another person, this, that. I'll go and give their money back to them. For me, Chicago. Go and give their money back to them. Tell them God does not need your money. Somebody is crying because of you. You should be thinking about that. She will be a dear money and the yana show them that will say. You may prepare what you won't be you. You will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. You want respect, give respect. You want time, give time. You want attention, you better give it first. Then the fruits begins to emanate. And this is why he said that judgment will begin from the house of God. It will begin with the preachers first. We, before it comes to you. It will start from us. And I look at the way we all worship money. Now when people don't have money, this is why we are all fighting for prime locations in town. Who are the guys that are going to plant churches in Brewenia, Sesoga, Kompe? Who are the guys who are going to Dambai, Kasa, and all those places? Who are going to be the guys that will plant churches in those places? Everybody want a land in Airport Residential, Airport City, East Legon, Kanto, and Spintex Road. What about the the dumb, the deaf, how do they hear the gospel? You know, I mean, I'm looking at retirement. None of them had a beef with anybody. I see a life near the tent. This pastor has a beef with that, and we are feeding bloggers. These small boys are feasting on our nonsense. They are hearing this morning. You guys are feeding on nonsense. Mama Comfort is this. Come and see what he said to Mama Lizzie, and more views, and YouTube are paying you. Because to get a content that will bring traffic to your page every day, Charlie, anyone come and Papa Koji assassin, I'm telling you, and these people are feasting on the nonsense of people. Pastor Asmesi have said this to this, Pastor Asmesi have said that to this, and souls are perishing. Souls are going to hell, and we don't think about it because we are so selfish and self-centered. God bless me. That's all we think about. What about others? What about others?